I don't even know how to kick this one off. I guess I have to start by saying a big shout out and thank you to Felix at Hanhart Watches. I've known Felix for years. We began conversations about the 417, mutual love of it years ago, way before a pandemic, and I had reason to get parts from them. They were super helpful in getting me some parts and back catalogs for my beloved Hanhart watches. And of course, we've got a little bit of some Steve McQueen paraphernalia hanging out over here, the 68 Mustang. I dare say that if it wasn't for Steve's love of his Hanhart 417 ES stainless steel model from back in the day, that I wonder if the 417 would have carried forward with such continued interest and fervor over the years. I guess we'll never know, but we can certainly say thanks, Steve. Appreciate it, buddy. It'd be funny if the ghost of Steve McQueen showed up for this little Hanhart review, this tour de force we've got going today. So many delicious little watches. So the two on the left are mine and my personal collection. The two on the right, Felix has lent in for this review. You've no doubt seen these little darlings making the rounds on other reviews. TGV, of course, had the first video out about them. Wonderful video. By all means, check out his channel. I imagine you already have. And I've got, well, let's go left to right, shall we? Get up in your business. So this is my original Hanhart. This is what got it all started for me. This beautiful replica model. You'll notice this is one of the older ones. It has the asymmetrical pusher style. Today I've got it on my Haveston AAF strap. Shout out to Alex from Haveston. Love these straps, and they go so well with the vintage Hanhart appeal and aesthetic. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love cathedral hands. And this is where my journey into Hanhart began with these. You can still find these, particularly the ones in the Admiral and Sirius series. I'm going to take a look at the catalogs in a moment in case you want to hunt an older one. We've got a lot of modern choices. By older, I mean late 90s, early aughts. Now here this one is the 417 Red Lion, TGV's Red Lion. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Today I've got it paired on a 2-stitch strap. Haveston and 2-stitch straps are both trusted suppliers of the channel, and these are my straps that we're looking at today. Gorgeous. Normally this is worn on the bund strap like the one that's over here, but I wanted to chop it up a little and get some flavor and show you some of the true versatility that these watches can offer you. Gorgeous. Love me some Red Lion. And this is the model that came out just prior to the two Flybacks. They'd also released this 417 in a larger size, I believe the 42. First in bronze, then in steel. I owned both of them. They sat a little bit too big on my wrist, so I sold them to a buddy. Jim, if you're watching, a good watch friend, I passed them through to him at cost. I hope he's still enjoying them both. And he is a Hanhart fan as well. And then I caught wind that the Flyback was coming. The Flyback. Okay, so this is the larger of the two. It also has the display case back, which is really rather nice. I don't think it adds much, if anything, to the height of the watch. We'll take a look at dimensions in a moment since these two are the focus today. I'm going to do a quick little rundown on how the Flyback functions. And you'll see a little GIF over here in a minute. So it was important whenever you were doing your bombing runs, etc., that you go from your waylay point to waylay point without any gaps. So you run your stopwatch, and let's say you're supposed to hit your location at 15 seconds, and that's coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next location, boom, pops right back to 12, and you can immediately start counting the next leg of your tour de force. And then whenever you're ready to truly stop, press that button and reset. So that is a Flyback chronograph. It is my favorite chronograph movement. And to have one in a package like this that's so affordable and approachable is really amazing to me. I'm so pleased that Hanhart is really getting these out into the hands of the people who obviously will love them. Absolutely wonderful and beautiful. Now these are the reverse pandas. So we got panda and reverse panda in this Flyback release. And in between the red line and these, I believe there's a standard version that does not have the red pusher. But this is the white dial. Gorgeous Flyback. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And I'll pop up an insert. This one is emulative of the medical or doctor's Hanhart that was released back in the period as well. Pretty gorgeous watch. One of those went for like over 10, 12 grand pre-pandemic, just right on the cusp of the pandemic. One sold. I was tracking it on Chrono. But guess what? You don't need to spend that much anymore. You can just get one of these little babies. I think I'd probably go for the white dial. I mean, I've already got some darker the black dial. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So let's take a moment and pop up some dims. The big boy on the left, this one on the right. And you're going to notice I can wear either of these and pull them off, especially since it's a aviation chronograph, right? They're meant to be larger. But this one it wears better on my wrist. I'm at 6.5 inches. It wears better. And don't forget, this Bund style backing can come off. I love it though, and it's super comfortable, and that is going to add some dimensionality to it. This one in my left hand currently does not have one. But depending on the size of your wrist, let that be your guide. Now, as we get further up in their business, you'll notice that the subdials on the right are slightly smaller, but still proportional in ratio, I shouldn't say ratio, and in location to the numerals. Let's look at the one on the right and how that subdial at 9 o'clock is in between the 10 and 8 versus how the subdial on the left is between the 10 and 8. This one on the left is a little bit closer to the numbers. So they've got it really well balanced. And those subdials do not encroach upon the numbers themselves. That sort of thing never bothers me when a chronograph is laid out that way. It bothers some people. But I can't picture a better salt and pepper edition of watch options right here. And these are available online. I had to check the availability right now. As I'm shooting this, it is early December. And I'm sure they're going to be perhaps constrained over the holidays. So if you have opportunity to grab one, grab one. I remember with the Red Lions sold out immediately, but the next edition there was supply constraints, and so some people had to wait to get their allocations delivered. But if these are in stock and able to ship, grab them. In fact, grab it ASAP because shipping is getting worse and worse as we get closer to the holidays. That's my advice on these. I don't have a lot of use for most watch boxes, but I gotta hand it to Hanhart. This is a beautiful leather pouch that comes standard with their watches. So this is also suitable for traveling with. If we take these tongues back, it's got these two keepers in there. That's my bun strap from my Red Lion, so I just keep it tucked away in there because nobody else gets to wear it, just the Red Lion. But with those keepers, it's staying safe. With this overlap, that like that, you could probably fit in here another watch or something else, and makes for excellent storage and our traveler travel case. You don't get to see a lot of these that are narrow and long ways, so pretty gorgeous bit of kit. It wouldn't be a hobby of ours video if I didn't take some time to go through a book. This is one of the legacy catalogs. You can still find these online that have some of the older models. The Primus. This is the replica. This is the one that I have. Gorgeous. This is the Tacky Telly. There's still some of these circulating out there. The Admiral. This was one of the more faithful 417 looking models before the actual 417 got reissued. Still has the asymmetrical pushers. These are still out there. The Sirius. This was my very first Hanhart. Loved this piece. Oh, they made one in gold. Gosh, I didn't know that. Need to get me some of that gold. And some of the other packagings they've had over the years. Strap guides, model reference guides. Oh, gold, darling, gold. So, good bit of fun. I love my catalogs. And let's do a quick little insert of some of the catalogs that Felix sent me. A couple old-timey looking photos. And there you have it. Purpose built, built for task. I'm ready to go flying now, so I got my gloves on, got my Nomex, and I think I've got the watch. Sorry, Felix. I'll send you this bigger one back, but I'm keeping this one. I'm going to fly away with your watches, brother. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'll put them on the fly back to you. Thank you so much for loaning them in, for the trust, and giving me an opportunity to experience them in person. Now I just need to figure out which one of these I'm going to buy and add to my collection. As always, thank you so much for coming along on the ride, and we'll catch you in the next one. God bless.